Hello viewers, Super GT here with another stock car challenge. This one is the Infiniti Q60. Now, don't even ask me why the hell I'm choosing this car, but if you do want to ask me, the answer is I don't even know. I really don't know why the hell I chose this. It kind of just suggested itself to me, and I thought, you know what, why the hell not? Let's go for it. It's not really a car I've seen much used in this game, probably for good reason, probably because it's crap. But we're about to find out around Spa, about to see what this car is all about. It's an executive heavyweight, so I'm guessing not very good turning and not very good brakes. As we come through Eau Rouge, you see there, yeah, maybe about 2,000 miles away from keeping that one within the lines. Now this car actually has, let's say, a brother called the Q50 Eau Rouge. So you can see why this one isn't called the Eau Rouge, as it absolutely struggled to go through there. Now at the end of the Camel Straight, on the brakes, on my normal braking point, but yeah, it's going to get very messy there as I trigger the carnage into the side of the MX-5. Big queue around me now with a Honda S2000 going casually around the outside. Easy stuff for him. As we come downhill into Rivage, I'm going to go a bit deep here, and then out of nowhere, this guy just going to force me off. Now, I'm not sure I really deserve that. Yes, okay, I did hit the MX-5, but I mean that's really naughty. That really naughty. Now we're going to go for Eau Rouge take 2. Let's see if I can do it properly this time. So going through here, he's just going to understeer. It's about this point here where you start thinking, well, I've had a good life. It's about to end now, and there we go. I'm dead. So really disastrous. I'm way behind everyone now. There's little chance of anything. Actually, by the end of the race, you can see that I'm 11th out of 11, so I'm dead last. So absolute disaster for my first race in the car. But we go again. Circuit of the Americas. There's only 12 people in the race. Now that is something that doesn't help me. When I'm using these crap cars, I really need more people, because more people equals more carnage. I can try to avoid the carnage and I'll beat more people that way. So I've got my work cut out here. I'm actually in 5th though, and if I can just make the break now, get away from these guys who have had a bad first corner, then I have a chance. I have a chance of getting something decent out of the race. The first half a lap is really where you can gain so much time. I come into this left-hander here, I'm just going to get nudged, pushed on a little bit, and I just kept my foot in a little bit too much, and I'm just going to smash into the tyre wall. It's going to spin me round, and I'm going to go once again to the back of the pack once this BMW comes through. There he goes, and I'm back in 12th out of 12. So of course plenty of work to do from here then, alongside the BMW. Can I go around the outside? You see actually this car's got a fairly decent amount of power. This is in B class, by the way. So the top of B class is 600 PI and this is 575, so it's not a million miles off, but it is in terms of braking and handling. Now that guy's going to spin out in the Subaru, the MX-5's all over the place, and then I'm all over the place. The Circuit of the Americas curbs killing me there. That was a really weird couple of seconds where everyone just seemed to want to spin around and face the wrong way, and unfortunately I was included in that. So we made up a couple of positions, then go straight back down into last. So once again, all the work to do in the world, just trying to beat a couple of people. So of course the rule here is anyone I beat is banned from Forza 7, and I've actually cleared it with turn 10. Yeah, so they can actually ban you based on if you lose to me in a stock car. True story, guys. Anyway, coming through the final turn, more carnage here between the BMW and the MX-5. Now up the main straight, this car pulls. It's got decent power, so if I was to upgrade this car, it definitely would be, in terms of the power unit, probably tyres or handling, or both. And then, well, all manner of not braking was going on there. It's a couple of people go wide. So that was the end of that race really, because I was in a comfortable 9th. Add to the list there of the people who are banned from Forza 7 as we move on to the next race. Now Sonoma, not really the track I wanted to see come up. This probably will not suit this car at all. I need a power circuit really, if I want to make the most of this car's power, but we have a challenge on our hands. That's the whole point, really, to try to challenge ourselves as much as possible. We've got an accurate Integra there, going side by side. A little bit of rubbing, but that's absolutely fine. His name is Someone Better Than You. We shall see about that, shan't we? As we come up the hill, and he's put his nose at the bottom of the screen, so I'm just wary of his position there, as I'm in 7th place, going into the right down the hill. Bit of rubbing up ahead, as the pack is still fairly close, only halfway into the race. Now, very close racing between the two of us through here, keeping it side by side with an Acura Integra in B class. Not bad going. Got the inside line here. That guy's just going to push the other one off. Naughty, naughty driving. It's just, when you're side by side with someone, you just have to hold your line, basically. Hold your line, and, well, that guy clearly couldn't do that and just had to force off the other guy. Unfortunate. Someone better than me is just going to drive really far off, the widest line I've ever seen around that corner. So I'm back up into 6th place, and if I can keep 6th place, then it will definitely be a Super GT video. Bit of grass cutting there, really pushing the track limits to the absolute limit. Into the chicane. I really don't like this configuration of the track. The guy behind me is going to swing across very wide and take the grass route through there. Now, lap number 2 of 3, about halfway into the race, coming back up into the hairpin, the very long hairpin here, 270 degrees this corner. Go a little bit deep, hit the first apex. I'm going to come back for that second apex, but he just puts his car in the way. Good overtake there, actually. So maybe he is better than me, but we shall see. He is in the Acura Integra though, which, as we know, is one of the really good cars in this class. So I'm going to do well really to try and keep up with him. As we come towards the chicane, lap number 2, he's just not really going to make any attempt to take that at all. So you see why he's where he is, i.e. ahead of me. When they're cutting like that, there's no chance. So I did finish 7th. Beating 4 people around this track shouldn't really be happening. So we increased that list of people who are banned from 4 to 7. And we moved to the oval. So I asked for some power circuits, and here's the ultimate one. The oval. Indianapolis. Let's see how the car handles this, shall we? So into turn number 1. It's going to be at the end of the straight there. I want to see if this car's got decent top speed. That's where I think this race might be won or lost for me. A lot of the guys will have better handling than me because this car is still very heavy. Just going to tuck into the slipstream there, pull out and go for the move. Actually down the straight, not too bad. Topping out there, 160. Actually he's going to keep going. Probably reach 170, maybe 180 if I had a straight long enough, but I don't. So we're going to get to about 165 before turning into turn 3. Now quite a tight pack up ahead, which is what you want to see really. You don't want to see one guy streaking away or multiple guys getting away too much. Now through turn 4, I'm going to team up with the Rolls-Royce Wraith here. So executive heavyweights for the win. At the moment, we're going to try and bulldoze our way through the pack. Well, literally, you'll see. As we come across the line, lap 2 of 6, Rolls-Royce getting a little bit agitated there, I think, past the Supra, and then it's going to get pushed wide by the Supra into the wall, and then it's going to kick off up ahead. I'm going to push the Rolls-Royce Wraith, and given how beastly that thing is, it's just going to tank its way through the entire lot and go through the whole pack. And I'm going to go around the outside nicely up into 2nd place. So actually, the executive heavyweights there really showing their muscle and just getting through that pack the hard way just by brute force. So we're up into 2nd and 3rd respectively. Got a nice gap there to 4th, and it's going to turn into a battle between the two of us. So the Infiniti here seems to have a good overall package for this circuit, and the Rolls-Royce a little bit less on the handling but good on the top speed. As you can see here, it's going to turn into a direct drag race down the main straight, but he's just going to easily out-drag me and reclaim his 2nd place there. Across the line to lap 3, and at the end of lap 3, coming through turn number 4, he's going to drift again. And all of this battling here isn't really helping too much. It's just letting the guys behind actually catch up a little bit, but it's fun nevertheless, so let's not worry about that. So again, up the main straight, he's going to cut it very fine there as he goes past me to go back up into 2nd. We're just going past each other. I'm good on the corners, he's good on the straight. and it's just going to be crisscrossing the whole race, it seems. And I go a little bit too hot into turn 1, it's going to slow me down on the entrance to turn 2, and he's going to go very wide. I'm going to go actually cut the corner a tiny bit, and as I say, it's just constantly swapping position here. Is he going to be able to get the run here as we go up into turn number 3? He has got a run. Is it going to be close enough as we go in? Yes, it is just about. He's going to pull out, go for the move. He's on the inside. I'm just going to turn around the outside of him. Should hold him really quite nicely there. So this car seems to be, it's a weird one. So at Spa, it was an absolute disaster. Didn't really want to handle any of those corners at all. But these longer open corners, it seems to be not too bad. So when you get a bit sharper, that's when it's trouble starts. This Aston Martin caught up with us, and he's just going to go through. So all this battling for second place, and then neither of us are going to get it in the end, because this Aston Martin is going to get it instead. Unless I can stage some sort of fight back immediately, he's going to block me off quite cleverly there as we go into the final turn. There's only one more lap left after this, and as we come through the turn, you see there he's just got decent enough grip, and he's just going to pull away on the exit of the turn as we go onto the straight. And then at the end of the race, you see the gap there, he just pulled away a little bit more. And actually the list got very big there of people who are now banned, so beating quite a few people. And I'm going to bring you one more race, why the hell not? The Oval one it's never usually the most interesting racing around the Oval, but Nürburgring in the wet, on the other hand, can be extremely interesting. So let's see how this one goes. Going to play it very carefully there. Paul Walker's going to come weighing in there on the BMW, and they're going to get stuck on each other like some deranged mating ritual. Don't know what the hell was going on there. Those two constantly bumping each other. Very tight pack up ahead. Just scanning for any crashes and any spinners that we can make the most of. Or Camaro on my inside, and he's just going to edge me out wide through this puddle that settles onto that curve on the outside. Lose a little bit of traction, but I'm in 11th, beating 3 people. We can do better though. I think this is the kind of track that I could do well at. The Camaro there is just going to push that guy off. Very, very naughty indeed. And I'm not going to try to get too close to this guy, as that BMW comes weighing in around the outside, almost pushing me off. As we come downhill then, this is where most people make the mistakes, including me, if you watched my video with Tax Johnson recently. And coming down into the corner, 3 people off, the BMW, wow, he's almost going to bundle me off. Luckily, it was a side swipe. I didn't lose too much time. I did lose a couple of positions though. I think I would have, actually I'm still in 11th, but I think I would have gained some because there were a couple of guys off there. Now through Schumacher S, Paul Walker, he's just going to open up the steering. He's just going to force me off onto the gravel. That's an absolute shocker. He's just going to force me off there. So I could have gone through there 2 abreast, but clearly not. Paul Walker did not want that to happen, so I've lost all my positions, back down into last, back up into 13th as we go into the run-up towards the final chicane here at Nürburgring GP. And then Paul Walker is just coming back onto the track. As we go into the chicane, I'm going to get bumped from behind. A couple of guys ghosted there, fortunately, so luckily just going through there and not making too much carnage. Into the final turn then. Paul Walker on the inside in the Eclipse. The Camaro got the outside line, better traction, and he's going to pull away then. And then we can just see how good the straight line speed is of the Infiniti Q60, and the Eclipse there going to hold a central line as we go into the first turn. Braking very early indeed. Guy off on the outside there on the turn. Just looking behind there to make sure the Eclipse wasn't going to come in too late, and luckily I just let him turn in there, and then just going to get on the cut back. So back up into 9th position. Let's see if we can keep this to the end. Big Q developing behind me, so you can see there I'm really on the back foot, and it's going to be hard to catch up with the guys ahead because they're really quite far away now. It's just going to be this little battle between me and the stragglers at the back. See if I can just hold them up for the entire race. Luckily it's only a 2-lap race, so we don't actually have to go too much further. Maybe just about a minute and a half more, and then I've beaten them. So another guy off the track. You can see the wet weather really does put a spanner in the works of most people's driving, especially In terms of braking, you definitely have to start braking a little bit earlier, otherwise you will go flying off. But of course the main thing to deal with, I think, actually he's just gone easily off, and I've gone up into 8th. The main thing you have to deal with, I think, in the rain is the extra braking and the puddles, of course, or the oceans, should we say. Let's see how this car handles the Schumacher S, and dipping onto the curb on the entry gives us a better angle. Oh, it's beautiful. Handles it so nicely through there. And maybe the next chicane as well. Getting on the brakes nice and early. This car demands it, but once you do it, get on the brakes early. Basically, you just have to get on the brakes at the right time for your given car. Even if they're really bad, just get it on the right time, and the rest of the corner will follow nicely. As you can see there, get on the brakes, and then the rest of the corner was perfect. We're going to finish in 8th place, beating 5 people there, probably the same people that I've beaten before, but oh well. The list gets ever bigger. But that was an enjoyable little episode there. The car, the Infiniti Q60, probably wouldn't recommend it really. Maybe tuned up it might be a bit better, but it was a good fun laugh at the end of the day. So I do hope you enjoyed, guys. Do subscribe if you did, and press that like button if you enjoyed the video, of course. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Goodbye.
Listen.